Peace and power. Well, today I'm gonna build on something, man. I was just having a conversation with this young sister. Sister, she follows my YouTube channel and she follows me on Facebook. And she had hit me a few messages talking about her relationship with her man. And it kind of caught my attention. It made me want to do this video. Actually, I'm not gonna say her name or say who she is, but it made me want to do this video because a lot of the things that she was asking me, and a lot of the mistakes I think that she was making. I think that a lot of women make these mistakes. Y'all might not care to know this, but these are the 10 things women get wrong about men. I think it's going to be some good advice. So ride with me, like the video, support the channel by subscribing to the channel, and let's get right into it.
I ain't even gonna play with him. Bang! He ain't gonna play. Bang! I put the racks on a nigga, got dogs and cats on a nigga, look just like a massacre hit him, look like a Kardashian with him, packing a scrap in the middle. I wanna shoot, he won't grapple a nigga, nothing alike, we differ. I be finessing and pressing, who gon' be my next contestant? Boy, you bitch gon' catch a blessing, I want it for questioning, cause I'm big testing it. Strikes on me like I be reffing it, pull up on your residence, Hoodlum take over 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 your, Hoodlum take over your.
I said these are the 10 things that women get wrong about men. So let's go. Let's build on it. Number one, and this is not in a particular order, but this may be number one. You are not. Listen to me, women. Listen. You are not qualified to tell a man what a real man is unless you've been educated about manhood by a real man. Now think about that. What I just said. You are not qualified to tell a man what a real man is unless you've been educated about manhood by a real man. Because no woman understands manhood. Hell, there's a lot of men that don't understand what manhood is. I created a lesson breaking down manhood and breaking down what a man was. And just about every time I've built on it with somebody, with another brother, they've been dumbfounded, like, man, I've never heard manhood broke down like that. But I said that a man has 7 roles he's supposed to play in his lifetime. He has 2 drives, he has 4 responsibilities, and he has 2 drives, 4 responsibilities. He was born with 2 tools to help him fill those responsibilities. I'm not going to go into that on this video, but I got it called The Gift of Manhood on my channel. Go look the video up. I may put it at the end. I might put it at the end as an end screen. So just check it out. Gift of Manhood. Anyway, a woman is definitely not qualified to understand, because that's one of the things that women seem to use a lot. You know, when a woman wants to shame a man into certain behavior, if you was a real man, then you would do this, that, there, and the other. If you was a real man, then you would do this, that, there, and the other. What qualifies you to define what real manhood is for a man? Where did you get these qualifications from? And what are you basing this off of? What is a real, tangible man? What makes a man stand up? You know what I'm saying? And I think that I talk about that in The Gift of Manhood, but keep this in mind, ladies, that no woman is qualified to tell a man what a real man is unless he's been educated about manhood by a real man. Keep that in mind. 2, men value respect over love. Women want to be loved. And this may make a lot of sense for women. This may make it make a lot of sense. The way that you feel when you with a man, these are 2 things that you want. You want to feel loved and you want to feel protected. And the way that makes you feel when you know you got that from a man, that love and that protection, that's how a man feels when he has your respect and your admiration. When a man knows he has your respect and your admiration, he feels exactly how you feel when you know you have his love and his protection. These are the 2 differences between the male and the female of the species that a lot of times I think women are not getting. You want to tell us how much you love us, how you are soulmates, but you ain't telling us how much you respect us. And definitely you're not showing it to us, because that's another thing about a man, which I'm going to add to this. We don't go all the way on what you say to us. We're not, audible like that. We go off what we see. Men are more visual. So we want to see you doing things, committing certain activities that make me feel respected. For example, a man feels respected when he talks, when somebody else listens. When that person stops talking and starts listening and starts paying attention to what he's saying, like what he's saying is going to be extremely valuable, a man feels respected. He feels admired. He feels like he's dealing with somebody that knows he has the answers. 3, let's get into this. And let me get some points on this right quick. I said that she listens intently and makes him feel like he's respected. She also argues respectfully. You know, sometimes women that get mad and they'll just say anything. You can't just say anything to a man, which leads me to number 3. Never talk crazy to a man. He's not your child. So when you go to talk to say, and let me make it make sense for women. Let me make it again. Let me make it say the way you feel when a man say he loves you and he's out to protect you, but then he turns around and slaps the shit out of you. The way you feel, the way that creates confusion in your mind, like, how can he be the one that's supposed to protect me and he's the one hurting me? That's how a man feels when you say you respect him, but you call him all the names, every name under the sun but the child of God. When you talk crazy as hell to a man, it confuses him, like, how could she possibly respect me? Because men are big on respect. When we deal with each other, there are certain words and certain phrases we don't say to each other because we don't want to ignite the feeling of disrespect or dishonor. And amongst men, when a man feels dishonored, men are willing to go into combat. Men are willing to fight behind it when they feel like they're losing face, when they feel like they're being dishonored. So watch how you talk to a man. Don't talk crazy to a man. 4, never spend time with another man. We view that as cheating. You might be thinking to yourself, well, cheating is only when you having sex with him. If you spending quality time with another man, in our mind, you're cheating. Because if you really wanted to be a man around manhood and you saw it in us, we'll be the man that you'll be spending time with. But the fact that you need to go spend time with another man is a problem. And that's not insecurity. Well, with some dudes it may be. But for a real stand-up man, he's been a man his entire life. So he knows what's going on in the male mind when he's around a beautiful woman. He knows what's happening, no matter how friendly he acts. He knows what's going on. And he knows that there are very few men that if you decide, here, will you take some of this vagina, that he would turn it down. He knows this. So now your man don't want you spending time with, hanging with, chilling with other men. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. Now let's go to 5, which kind of feeds off number 4. Never have intimate conversations with another man. We view that as cheating. If you're sitting around having pillow talk with another man, telling him all your personal business, making him the shoulder to lean on and cry on, then we know for a fact it's only a matter of time before you move from your man to that man, or for that man get you in between the sheets because you feel comfortable enough to express yourself to him. See, for a man, the fact that you allow a man into this womb can sometimes be more dangerous than if you allow him into the other womb. So don't give a man your mind state like that. Don't open yourself up to men like that. We don't like that. 6, which leads from that, do not run around telling a man's business. We are private, and we like to believe that we could talk to you and let anything that we got going on off to you. We want to believe we could talk to you. But if you running around telling everybody, your friends, your mama, you posting it on social media, that's what y'all doing nowadays. That's it. You just killed us. That's treason to a man. You just committed a treacherous act, and that's treason to us. So don't run around telling everybody you've been. Your man needs to know that he can trust on you. He can confide in you. He can hold you in his confidence. He needs to know that. 7, try listening to a man. We're very simple. We will tell you what we want because we don't want to have you trying to figure it out. We'll tell you what we want and what we need from you. Be quiet and listen. If you just take our time to listen, you'll hear it. We're opposite of y'all, of women. See, the thing about a woman been watching all these romance movies and reading these romance books, and she wants this man with this superhuman power just to know what it is that she wants, know what it is she wants to hear, and to do it. That makes it romantic to her. With us, if you just tell us what you want, we 9 times out of 10, because we want you to be happy, we would do it, but you don't want to do that. Hollywood have made you think that we're not paying attention and we don't care about you. We can't figure it out on our own. Well, it ain't that. It's that we do not have mental telepathy and we cannot read your minds. Tell us what you want. And if you can't, then listen to us, because we are telling you what we want. We will tell you exactly what we want, how we want it. Just pay attention to us. Listen to us. Stop fighting us. Stop trying to force us to want what you think we should want, and listen to us tell you what we want. Number 8, stop playing games. Women, a lot of women like to play games. And y'all like to play these little games to try to see where we're at. You'll say things you don't mean, ask questions that you really don't want to know the answers to. You'll try to catch us up in nonsense instead of just being straight up. Be real. Be 100. We not good with all that dancing around, playing all them games. Say what you mean and mean what you say, period, point blank. 9, admit when you're wrong and be able to apologize. That is a beautiful quality in a human being, period. But a lot of times, most men find that we cannot get that out of a woman. A woman seems to think that apologizing and admitting that she made a mistake is the worst thing in the world, and y'all would not do it. Y'all would turn flips to try to put it on us instead of just admitting that you messed up. You made a mistake. You was wrong. And that's a beautiful thing. When a man hears that, because we know we don't get that from y'all a lot. When we hear that, it'll soften us up. And number 10, and this was the sister, because the sister, she likes to work out and, she does her thing, and she wasn't cooking for the man, cook for a man. Let me tell you why this is so important. I know y'all been listening to Cardi B songs, but Cardi B is a multi-millionaire, that's platinum selling artist who can hire chefs and stuff like that to cook for a man. So when she say, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I bet I got this ring, I bet she got a mansion with a whole bunch of servants in it that'll make sure his stuff is cleaned and his food is cooked. You are not that. This is why cooking for a man is so important. A man's first association, his first time identifying the female was through food. His mama. Inside his mother's womb, he was eating. She was nourishing him and giving him the nutrients that he needed in order to grow. Then he was brought into the world and she kept feeding him through her breast. And when he got old enough, she started putting plates in front of him. Majority of a man's life, especially during his developmental stages, he had a relationship to a woman through food. And you got to understand how deep that is. Food is a man's first medicine. See, a lot of the diseases we have in today's society is based on us eating the wrong things. A lot of the cancers, a lot of the diabetes, a lot of the high blood pressure, all of that stuff is coming from the SAD, the Standard American Diet, the SAD. So the right foods, the proper foods are healing things. They give us energy. For instance, if you're taking in stuff with a lot of vitamin E as you're developing, that's good for your skin, your hair, your bones, your skin, your hair, and your nails. Vitamin D and calcium, good for your bones. Beta carotene, which is found in carrots. That's why they say carrots give you good eyesight. Not when you're 30, but if you're taking in carrots and eating carrots and basically taking in beta carotene, because that's what the lens of the eye is made out of, beta carotene, then you'll have a better chance of having better eyesight. This is the way food works. So a woman then actually becomes a man's first physician by preparing him those life-giving foods and putting those life-giving foods in front of him. When a woman doesn't want to do that, we feel that we're dealing with somebody that doesn't care enough about our health to make sure that we're provided for. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to a man, especially if he's a hard-working man, if he's on purpose like Adam was, if he's on purpose, one thing about that type of man is when he goes to work and he sits down in that break room, he don't want to have to pull out McDonald's. He ain't no child. He don't want to have to pull out Burger King. Man, it's a big flex for a man to pull that lunch box, that lunch bag or whatever you put it in, that old Walmart bag that you can put the food in, and him pull out a major meal. That's a big flex for a man. For him to pull out something that's magnificent, and when he warm that boy up and it smells across the break room, that's a big flex for a man. It lets everybody know that he got a woman on his team that loves him and want to make sure he's all right. Cook for that man. Square business. And I said 10, but I'm going to give you a bonus. My bonus is number 11. Build with a man. And when I say build with a man, I'm talking about build with him intellectually and build with him financially. Trust that man. If you with that man, then you have to be willing to trust him. And if you can't trust him, you don't need to be with him. You need to be willing to add your finances with his so that y'all can build together. Y'all need to be able to sit down and you need to hear some of the ideas he have. Because a man, not only, you got to understand that this thing is a spiritual thing. It's not just physical. It's a spiritual thing. A man can have physical sex with you and he can ejaculate into you, and his sperm, his life-giving seed, can then fertilize your egg and a child can be produced from that. Man also has that mentally. He has the ability to ejaculate thoughts into you. And those thoughts have that life-giving seed in it. And your job is to take in and to be receptive to that seed he's trying to give you and then gestate it and bring that to life. A man come to you with an ideal and you can manifest a business from it. A man come to you with an ideal on what y'all need to do with y'all finances, and if you trust him, y'all can manifest millions out of it. But you got to be willing to build with that man and stop being so damn selfish and trying to hide your finances, hide what you got going on, and say, can't no man tell me nothing. Because part of the problem is a lot of women have been with the wrong men. So when they meet a quality man, they don't know how to identify him. That's all I got for y'all today. Peace and power. Hopefully you got something from the video. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Peace.